Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime Jinwoo got the last ingredient to make the elixir of life, and luckily crafting it was a success. So he didn't waste any more time, and arrived at the hospital to cure his mother's eternal sleep. In the moonlight, Jinwoo prayed hard to let this elixir work, and fortunately it did. And his mother woke up. All the suffering and hardship Jinwoo went through was for this moment, and all of it paid off. But on the other end, Go-Gun, he announced the fourth raid of the Jeju Island as the ants were evolving. Japan and South Korea had joined hands to send their best S-rank hunters. And the person leading the Japanese hunters would be Geto. So Go-Gun, he called Jinwoo to let him know about this raid, and he was hoping for Jinwoo to participate as well. But before he could answer, he felt a magical surge. All the S-rank hunters were warming up in the gymnasium, but there comes the Japanese hunters. Watching this, Geto got the idea of having a friendly duel, but Go-Gun, he excluded the mage-type hunters, so now comes the Japan versus South Korea hunters team. But Geto wasn't participating because he's way too strong, and the rules were simple for this match. Whoever grabs the opponent's wrist or back, or making the opponent fall on the ground, will be the winner, and that's how the match started. They were all S-rank hunter, and Choi Jong-in was worried about this building. Although it was enhanced by top-grade essence stones, Go-Gun, he thinks they'll have to re-evaluate its durability again. But in the fight, Beck can't go all out, and Kamemoto was just on the defensive and runs off. He's been a ninny, and Beck thought Geto is testing out Korean hunters. So he got a little serious to attack Kamemoto, but on the other side, Masterma already lost his match, and that archer lost too, leaving only Chai Hae-in and Beck. Beck got in a tough spot fighting against two, while Chai Hae-in was gaining the upper hand. She's called a dancer for a reason, because of her swift and accurate moves with which she won, and tried to help Beck, but on instincts she attacked Kamemoto too hard when he tried to stop her. And he went nuts, so Jinwoo had to drop in to stop the guy. As he had gone berserk, Jinwoo easily got him, and Geto just can't believe he's a mage-type hunter. So he decided to find out the truth himself, and Jinwoo tells Chai Hae-in to give up because Beck had also lost in his match. Their Geto's assistant tells Jinwoo that Geto wants to have a match. Jinwoo didn't decline, but he agreed on one condition, that Geto has to go all out in their match. Geto thought Jinwoo is getting too ahead of himself, but far away from there. Jui saw the news about the Jeju Island raid on TV and decided to enlist herself in the defensive force, but back at gymnasium, everyone sat down to enjoy the show. And Chai Hae-in had seen that Jinwoo is strong enough to clear A-rank dungeon, but she still doubts if he could win against S-rank. Beck did as well. Because Jinwoo is a mage type, and normally he would stop this, but strangely it's making him excited to watch it. Then, just as Jinwoo got ready, Geto attacks him in a flash. Geto realized there's no way Jinwoo is a mage as he's dodging his attacks. Plus, the way Jinwoo smiles makes him wonder if he's mocking him. So he tried to go extra hard on Jinwoo, but since he could lay a finger on him, he just thought to go for the kill. But Jinwoo easily blocked his attack, seeing that both decided to go all out and others had to step in to stop them before they seriously harm each other. Jinwoo had observed their skill levels and even attached his 5 soldiers on 5 of them. But as for this raid, Jinwoo decided to pass up. Geto told about Jinwoo to Renji, but he saw Jinwoo isn't enlisted for the raid of Jeju Island, and soon others also got the roster with the names. And Choi thinks they have 15 S-rank top grand hunters, so they'll win this time around. And it hasn't even been a month since Jinwoo's mother woke up after 4 long years, so he wants to stay here to support her, but the Ant Queen in Jeju Island saw her kids devouring each other in hunger. So they need resources, and for that she puts her hope on the strongest child that just hatched out, and unaware of Baru's successful birth. The day was near for the Jeju Island raid. And almost everyone was talking about it. Even Jin-Ho's friend wanted to enlist for defensive force, but Jin-Ho disagreed because she's only an E rank, which is too low. But almost all the hunters with high rank had decided to answer this call of duty, and with the next sunrise, preparations were done near the island, military fleet on the ocean, and foot soldiers on land were all on watch duty. By chance, if Ant Army tried to leave their nest and head towards land, that's almost all the best ranking hunters were on guard with it. The Japanese hunters have entered the Jeju Island, and now comes the Korean hunters' time. For this mission, even Min Byung had decided to join in even though he was retired. and Geto had split up his hunters all around the island, and Korean team were on their way. For this mission, government was doing live broadcasting, and cameraman was also an A-rank hunter. And since everyone was in their place, Geto and his team released their magic to attract the ants. Some ants were coming to the chopper, and Choi Jong took the stage and took care of them with his firepower. He was excited to go all out on those ants again, but Japanese hunters could distract the ants for only an hour. And the military fleet spread signals to interfere the ants' link to the queen. Japanese hunters were doing great in their end. An attack team sealed off the nest. Now, how they had to find their way to the queen, and Choi used his flame balls to find the deepest route. On the other hand, Jinwoo was completing daily quest, while S-rank hunters were making their way to the queen. But there they found the egg chamber, and the biggest egg that hatched. It was terrifying to think what came out of it. And Kenzo of the Japanese team asked their healer to heal him, but in flash her head was chopped up by Baru. But our episode 10 ends right there. So stay tuned to watch another episode of this anime, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Till then, take care.